everyone, welcome into my channel. I'm going to do a reading today, but I'll first read the AA promises. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. Okay folks, so first of all, let's tap in here and get your messages from Spirit. Connect with Spirit, calling them in. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please bring us some messages of love and light for this collective on their journey, their soul paths, their soul journeys. Bring us messages through for their highest good and the highest good of all. Only energies of love and light are allowed into this space with us today. And I wish that this reading should meet the people who need to hear these messages the most. Let's see. Okay. What does Spirit have for us today? Present energy, first of all. Thank you, Spirit. The Eight of Cups. This is the walking away image, yes, for sure. Walking towards your son, giving up on something that you emotionally invested in, but it wasn't quite your Ten of Cups. What else do we have here in the present situation? The Strength card. We had this yesterday. This is a card of Leo. It talks about strength and courage. Major Arcana. So maybe there's something you're having difficulty finding yourself struggling with the walking away scenario in your life. There's a Tower at the back of the deck there. We'll keep an eye on it. What you need to focus on, we have the Temperance card, another major arcana. This is a card of Sagittarius. So Temperance is about balance. As you can see, he's got the moon and the sun there. It's about moderation as well, and I think we had this in the disposition yesterday for you guys as well. So yeah, moderation, maintaining balance, blending energies, topping up your cup. Let's see, what else do we have? What do we have for the recent past for this collective, please, Spirit? Recent past. The Sun. Ooh, look at that, the happiest card in the deck. And if I'm right, I think we had the Sun in the present energy yesterday. This is another card of Leo. Strong Leo in this collective. Might be your sign. Recent past. So the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's utter joy. You know, that childhood freedom of joy and happiness. It also reveals things to you. You know, the sun illuminates everything, every corner, and shines a light on things. Let's see, what else? The Hermit card, another major arcana. You're full of major arcana, so there's something big then when you see so many majors. And we have what, 4 out of 5 there. Hermit card is about the self, it's about introspection, and this is your strength and your also your influence at the moment. Maybe through hermiting you've discovered that something isn't serving you like it used to, I heard. And you're having the strength at the moment maybe to walk away or leave this in the past. Let's keep going. What do we have for the near future? Three of Pentacles, teamwork. We had this too yesterday. So this is an earth energy, like you're building something in the material world, but using you know, your contacts, engaging with others to strategize and plan, you know, as well. Let's see, what's your guidance from Spirit here? King of Wands. Now, King of Wands is a very powerful energy. It's the king of passion, full of ambition and courage and strength as well. It's another fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius this time, and we have Leo and Sagittarius already very strong here. King of Wands is so determined, so courageous. He's got a strategy and he's going for his plan. So this is the guidance from Spirit, is that you'll be feeling this way. I feel that's the energy I'm getting there. Let's see what else we get. What else do we need to know? Ten of Wands. Yeah, so this is very much, it looks like, linked to this Eight of Cups. But you were feeling really overburdened, and when you're at the 10, it's time to let that go. You've got the 9 of Cups. This is freedom I was talking about, and look at the raised arms, just like in the Sun card. This talks about emotional independence, you know, the self again, number 9. Let's see what else. In your hopes or fears, we've got 7 of Cups. So this is oftentimes, it's time for a change, and there's options opening up to you. What do we have in the potential outcome from this reading? The Queen of Wands. Wow. And this is very much, you know, both of these are about you sitting in your power, taking control of your life, taking control of a situation, moving forward with passion, with courage, just like this guy down here. And down under the deck, we've got this 7 of Wands, which is lovely. This is you defending yourself, sticking up for yourself, trying to preserve your inner peace. I feel with this one. So let's get a second deck here to get your clarifiers out. What do we need to know, Spirit? Can we clarify this spread for this collective today? Let's see what it is we're going through here at this time. Let's do one more shuffle here. So if you're new to this channel, you're very welcome, and do subscribe if anything here say resonates, and like the video. And also comment below, feel free to comment on what resonated with you. I do love to read your comments. Okay, 8 of Cups and the Strength card. Clarify first of all, thank you, Spirit. 8 of Cups with the Strength card. It's 8 of Pentacles, so you're working hard, you're having to be strong to keep things together, I feel here, and use your courage. There's something closing out for sure. The Death card has appeared here under the deck, and it does show the end of something new. You've just made a decision here in the past to follow your son, and things that aren't following your son, basically, you're cutting them off. You're setting yourself free from them. Look at her walking towards the sun there. That's your new guiding light, and I really love this. And the amount of light and fire in this Strength card as well. It's like, you know, you have that balance. There's the infinity sign on her arm, an infinite resource, that you're true to your heart. This will be your guiding light as well, and following that guiding light within your heart, there's a sense of balance, there's a sense of joy, and that's what's spurring you on and making you dig deep, find the strength, find the courage to pursue your son, your internal voice, what lights you up. And this work, this is maybe something separate that you're doing, and it's regarding work. What you're working at the moment can be a project, a hobby, but it can also be, of course, work, employment, and it's almost the self-sufficiency vibes coming through here as well with that 8 of Pentacles. It does speak about, you know, mastering your craft, really enjoying what you're doing, stacking up all your wins. And the Death card here is the end of something here that you're closing out with your 8 of Cups there, and just having the strength to get over that finish line regarding this ending. I love this. Let's see what's happening now. It's the Temperance card. There we go. Tower. Yes. 9 of anxiety. 9 of swords. I call it 9 of anxiety. So, like, yeah, this is the end of sleepless nights. The Tower has come in and it's sudden, and this is what you need to focus on, that you are disrupting things. The Tower is a disruptor, and you can see it's throwing people from the building here. And it's like co-creation with the universe, removing. That's what the Tower does. It removes things that are in your way, where you're feeling this anxiety, things are too much to bear. It's, a lot of restlessness at night time as well. You can see this lady is up at night worrying about things that, it's usually that illusion of we can't do certain thing or can't cope with something anymore. We can't live with, 9 of swords. There's too much anxiety and stress there that you're not getting your rest. And it's so much unrest, We have the Tower here, another major arcana, guys, really and truly. This is what you need to focus on, that something is coming apart, something is being removed, something is being destroyed, and it's something that was unstable, that was not going to sustain you any longer. It's very linked to that 8 of Cups, 10 of Wands as well. When you're at a 10 of Wands, that's totally been overburdened. And, it's usually an image of somebody trying to climb uphill, carrying so many wands that they're actually losing them along the way because it's overpowering. It's that thing of totally overwhelmed coming through with this. But this Tower here is what you need to focus on. It's something that you've manifested here is ending. You've worked very hard on this. You're putting in the time. Or it's like 8 of Pentacles clarifying the 8 of Cups, and the Strength card, which is number 8. That's 888, which is a very angelic number. And to me, it's a very lucky number here in this regards. Some of you might have put in 8 years, 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, regarding something, and it's like the time has come. The universe now is stepping in and helping to manifest you back to your angelic self here, where you're very balanced and you can restore balance in your life. Temperance is also a timing card, and it talks about the time has come for something to end here, because that Tower and the Devil card we had there just before it, or not the Devil card, the Death card we just had before it under the deck, is really speaking of something that has overstayed its welcome, and this anxiety within you has overstayed its welcome within you. You really need to look at the Devil I was talking about there is underneath it. This is also leading you to feel like, God, what about I just have a drink? Those sorts of anxious days that you get. And we all get them, like in sobriety, no matter how I've heard other people, like the old timers as they call them, in sobriety, you'd hear them in meetings and sharing their story, and it's like there's days, you do have those days where you just feel so, distraught and disconnected, as well as coming through there, where you could be tempted. That's a temptation, is the Devil card here. But keeping this balance of yours and restoring to your angelic self, where you're very much aware of the good things that you can do, taking the right steps, doing the next right thing, and all of that. So yeah, this is looking really good. Beware though that you could be at such stress levels. That's what this was telling me here, that the Devil will be on your mind as well, to be going back to old habits, old patterns, old false beliefs, and just bad habits, and all your toxins, the things that all your addictions will be under threat when you're in this sort of unbalanced state. And when things erupt like this as well with that Tower, this is also a time of major disruption, upheaval, something that's been going on though a long time. 8 of Pentacles, it's like you've been so used to this level of stress as well, can come through, that you're heading for a word that's unrecognizable to you, and that to me is, it's harping back to that thing they say in an addiction and recovery, beyond your wildest dreams. It's like you won't recognize this word, and I certainly didn't even recognize it could exist. until I've been, engaging big time in the sobriety programs. Um, and it's like it's so unexpected. That's the tower energy, that this balance can come in, and it's like you feel this serenity connection, with spirit, with the higher power, of whatever that is for you. And you just never dared to believe it. Well, at least that was my case. I would never have dared to believe that was the case, that this is possible, possibilities, growth, all of that is coming out of this sun card here, which is something, it's like the sun has shone a light on things and brought things to the forefront for me. And I think that might be the case here for you guys as well in the recent past. It's like suddenly there's things that you never knew existed. Suddenly there's stuff that you can see. It's like when people say, I've actually noticed that there's trees out in my back garden, and I didn't notice those until I was a few weeks sober. Like, I've been that person. Stuff just passed me by. You're living in this cloud of darkness. You don't see what the world really has, to offer. So let's get clarification for the Sun card. Six of Pentacles. This is beautiful. Yeah, there's that equal give and take. We've got the Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck, which could have been somebody offering you some kind of support financially, materially, giving you their energy, a messenger of some kind, maybe somebody giving you an offer of money or resources, 3D kind of, material resources. And it's very much backed up by the Six of Pentacles. They kind of back each other up, these two cards. And this is the thing, when you open your eyes and you see, it's been there all the time, that there is equal give and take in the world. This is also a card of balance. If you can see there, there's the scales. It's very much harping back to this Temperance card. But something has improved, maybe some of your finances as well. Maybe you got some kind of a loan or help from somewhere or somebody, or someone told you about something you didn't know regarding your business maybe, or what you earn, or how you live, or your home even, your workplace, anything like that. So as I always say, you take what fits and leave the rest. Not every message will resonate with each one of you. But there will be messages here for you if you've clicked on this reading. That's the thing. It's always the case. Number 9 and the major arcana is the Hermit card. Thank you, Spirit. What do we have for this lovely Hermit card? This is you, like the wisdom that you've gained, I feel, in your life. And there's the Star card to clarify it, and I love that. And the King of Swords at the back of the deck. So let's try and cover up some nudie bits here. Oh, like, I need a bigger crystal, sorry now. So, yeah, the Hermit card. In the Hermit card, there's the Lantern. And within that Lantern is the Star from the Star card. So this is two major arcana. Both of these are healing energies. The Star talks of healing, hope, and wish fulfillment. It also talks about balance, because she's pouring into the emotional waters here and the material with the two jugs there. But yeah, this is all about you moving forward in balanced fashion. You're doing or have done the shadow work here as well. Hermit and energy talks about introspection, talks about what really matters. She's kind of detached herself from a goal or an ambition she's had, maybe a hope, and she's gone, to take herself away from everything and just come into tune with her heart and see, do things align there? Are her wishes aligned with what she wants now? It's almost like an afterthought, this card, to me. It's like, okay, before, we'll say the sun came in and illuminated things, I had a dream or a wish or a hope for myself or for my life. And it's like, now that the whole world has been illuminated to me in this sun energy, it's like, I can see there's people out there that are as good, equality exists, justice exists, balanced relationships exist, communities exist that want to help, and I want to help them. Even your own sobriety group, your own home groups or whatever, you call them yourselves. that, you know, that equal give and take does exist, where I used to think everybody's out to get everybody else before I got into sobriety and started to learn what this journey is all about. It was like, right, but this person here is definitely saying, okay, I'm going to set aside that wish, just have to think and tune into that heart of mine again. There it is again, it keeps standing out to me on that strength card. And this is your internal night. Big wish has changed. That's a lot of a strong message coming through there. And look who we have at the back of the deck. One of my favourite kings, King of Swords. Swords are words, memories, thoughts, it's logic. This King of Swords is always to me a very fair but firm boss. They lay out their boundaries, their limits, you know, what they would tolerate, what they won't, and nobody would dare to cross them, because, you know, the King of Swords always has the words to express what things are. Very eloquent, also very, very intelligent, and there's so much wisdom coming through here. That Hermit card usually has an owl on it. And this person is reflecting on all the knowledge that they have within. You can see the solar plexus kind of energy shining through there, and that's tapping into all of your knowledge, you know, as well. What is it that you want to go after? And this King of Swords brings clarity, truth, brings together all the knowledge so that you can come to a decision regarding your next steps. Where do you want to go now? When something is closing out, you've got these options now. Seven of Cups again. All the stars in the sky besides the one you had your true heart set on. Getting clarity though, that's what surrounds you at the moment. Comment below if this resonates. What is it you've gotten clarity on there lately? I'd love to read those comments of yours. Three of Pentacles in the near future. Knight of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So this looks really good. So something you're trying to create and you're talking it over with other people, doing a bit of strategizing, maybe getting a bit of help from people, maybe getting other people to donate things for your project, a creation of yours. Maybe it can be a hobby, could be craft, could be anything at all. Could be something to do with your work though, because Pentacles energy talks about earthly things, your work, your home, you know, anything like that. And this Eight of Wands is like you getting messages, stuff coming in rapid speed towards you. And then at the back of the deck you have the Knight of Pentacles. He's the slowest knight in the deck, and it always talks to me about your energy, moving ahead with your idea, your pentacle here. Where will I go with this? Taking all the necessary steps, not skipping a step. Paying attention to the detail, because it's slow and steady wins the race. Maybe you're saying it's 1 year long because there's only one pentacle here visible, you know, for me to gain, to get to where I want to go with this pentacle. But yeah, it's a slow and diligent moving energy. You give this energy every day, something every day of your energy to it. You know, you give this project something of your energy every day. God, that was the most inside out sentence I've had today, I have to say. Please excuse the words coming out all over the place. And look what we have here, another Ten of Wands right before we see this Ten of Wands. This is clarifying your King of Wands. Temperance at the back of the deck is back again. Have it twice now. So yeah, that thing of balancing your work life balance can come through with this. It is the card of harmony. She's 1 foot in the waters of emotion, just like in the Star of Energy, and 1 foot on the material. So this is about balance, and it's also about timing. It's about, you know, when you're back to yourself, you'll be putting down this 10 wands and you're going to hit off with such ambition and drive, and you know, you're full of vigor and energy. Once you've left that down, I don't know, do you know that feeling when you feel like you've accomplished something, or you've been able to take off a few things off your to-do list, and you feel that lightness in your chest. So that's what I'm feeling from the energy of this King of Wands. It's like you are feeling fired up and almost rejuvenated from the relief of putting down something didn't really belong to you, most of that. And you know that feeling in the Ten of Wands, it often talks about feeling like you've all these responsibilities, you've all this energy coming towards you. And there it is again, Seven of Wands. You have to protect your energy and find yourself in that peaceful place. But this is you, you know, going ahead in that feeling of lightness, newfound energy, and pursuing your passions now. Like there's a fire and a strength within you here, and courage with the lion behind you. That, you know, that's an unstoppable force, the King of Wands. It's like, get out of my way, here I come. And what do we know? The Ten of Wands is the next thing. So let's see what we have for the Ten of Wands. I love this when I pick a second deck and then it kind of confirms for me I did the right thing. Because, yeah, Spirit does direct me as to what decks to pull for your readings as well. So you might notice from reading to reading the decks do vary, but they have their own particular imagery, which is always on point when I go with the guidance. There's the Queen of Wands again. Look, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. This is incredible. So following that sun, do you see the sunflower in this image here? I have to bring that to your attention. That sunflower points to the sun always, and this lady here is always guided by this inner light I was talking about within your own heart. She's very spiritual, very connected to nature, and a very kind of passionate and loving and determined energy, so protected and also very fearless. She also attracts a lot of attention, so you're all looking so beautiful in this energy at the moment. Your appearance is somehow improved. You could be getting fitter, or maybe your skin is cleared up, or you're just feeling that you're a more cleansed person, and people are kind of getting magnetized towards you, because that's what Queens and Kings of Wands do. It's really Empress, Emperor energy. You're magnetic. I love it. Ten of Wands has been clarified here by the Ten of Pentacles. So there could have been something. Ten of Pentacles talks to me about generational wealth, or a generational something. So in this regard, this Ten of Wands might have been, when it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, it could be you are breaking a curse that's been in your lineage for so long. And it's like, no, you're choosing not to walk up that bloody hill with that God-forsaken creature there, God love him. And yourself with your suitcase bulging at the seams with all the wands you're carrying. It's like, no, you're choosing you. And she's walking right towards this stability. The Ten of Pentacles is stability, safety, security, feeling like you're part of a group. You know, you feel like you have a sense of belonging, that you know there's you know, a real feeling of home and stability in your work, in your income, your material world, and that feeling of abundance that you have everything. It's also something about different generations. There's a child here, it could be the parents here, and this is like a grandfatherly energy here. But yeah, it's that sense that you feel part of a community, you feel part of a family, or whatever that looks like for you. And that's the thing, it's like a returning home to the home within you. I feel when you've managed to put down this 10 wands, you're feeling so liberated, is the word. Like, this is reminding me of Lady Liberty. Look at the torch bearer here, goodness sake. Yeah, liberation. And I mean, to talk about the epitome of liberation, the Queen of Wands is a very free spirit. She's determined, as I said, very ambitious. Nothing can stop her energy, her passion, her courage. Very, very similar to the King of Wands. So this is just gorgeous. Let's have a look at your Seven of Cups there, and your hopes or fears. What's your Seven of Cups look like? So I'm going to pull you an oracle card here at the end. The King of Wands again. I mean to say, you guys, Six of Swords at the back of the deck. You and maybe others are moving to calmer waters physically, but emotionally I feel like you're moving to calmer waters. This is the waves, this side of the boat, and where you're headed is clear water. And it's that clarity we were talking about there with the swords energy we had a while ago under the deck. It's like you know exactly what you want to do now. The waters are clear, the path has been cleared, and here I go. Nobody's to stop me. With outer clarity as to where you're going, swords energy, it's that vision. Oh wow, look at this. King of Wands, and again, the image is sticking out here for me. On the throne of power, look at that. And he's just dripping with opulence here, and that abundance energy is just flying off him. He's covered in gold from head to toe, very protected, so connected with spirit. He's always listening to his guides, his higher power of his understanding, and with such bravery and courage he can take action regarding anything he desires is coming through. That the choices are now here that you never saw before, like I was saying at the start of the reading there, things that we didn't know existed. It's like you are ready to roll with them. Whatever it is that tickles your fancy, I'm off and I'm going after it. Look at you, in the boat and gone. This is extraordinary. He's holding that oar, it looks like, for the boat. Let's clarify Queen of Wands. This is amazing, this reading. It's so synchronistic. Kings and Queens of Wands popping all sides. Let's see what we get. There's your Page of Pentacles back again. Now this might be a child, I forgot to mention. When you see a page energy, it's a messenger. Always a messenger. It can be also a child. It could be a younger person than you, or a younger energy around you. So let's see, 2 cups at the back of the deck. Queen of Wands here, as I said, that beautiful looking person. They're looking really well. You must have done something. Have you changed your clothes or your fashion sense or your look or something about you? Your hair even is sticking out here. But it's like she's got the power in her hands to manifest anything. She's like looking like a magician in the magician image that he often has, that the wand in his hand and he's holding it aloft in triumph, like a breakthrough kind of an energy, like I feel so free, I can conquer the world, and that is the thing here. This is your potential outcome that you feel in the seat of your power, and anything you can touch, like the Midas touch is coming through there, which often isn't the energy of the King or Queen of Wands. It's usually the energy of the King of Pentacles, is that Midas touch. But look at her, she believes she has the Midas touch, and by golly she does. She's sitting on her throne there of her choosing. She's very independent. I think you guys have an independent sort of mind, that you're not following the crowd, and you're following that sparkle in your heart. Look at the sparkles coming off of her. Page of Pentacles clarified. This is a message, something is coming towards you in your potential outcome, that somebody's going to offer you support or help regarding something to do with work, something in the material world. I feel like it could be a present, a gift. You might get flowers, you might get something that just gives you that like a voice of encouragement just coming through, or something that just makes you feel supported or backed, like this fella's backing you, for putting their money on you. 2 cups at the back of the deck. There's that balance. We're right back at the start of the reading to me with this, because this is the equal give and take we're talking about. This is a time that's coming in towards you and your potential outcome. When you're embodying this Queen of Wands, she is her own champion number 1, and after that everything else seems to fall into place for her. The King of Wands is the same. Now when I say kings and queens in tarot, of course always takes it as genderless. It's always male or female, only the energies of the cards coming through. But this to me is you working along the lines of healing and harmony. Going forward, it's all about your healing, and it's all about your harmony from here on out. You want only relationships, connections, to be involved in projects, creative or otherwise, where there's a feeling of equal give and take. It's like when you go out and you cut the grass, and your day is talking about, I have to cut the grass, I have to cut the grass. You don't do it, and then that day that you do it, nothing gives back, for me anyway. Like the garden, putting the smallest bit of work in oftentimes gives you so much more reward than you actually realised it would. And it's that feeling of, I'm so glad I did that. Look at that, the gift that keeps on giving. I think I said the gift that keeps on giving yesterday. So keep an eye for your Page of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign, it doesn't have to be. So they be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, there it is. I see, the world opening up to you, your connections from now on for sure, projects, anything like that. That is going to be aligned to, look at the Ace of Pentacles. This is doors opening. See the doorway here, right underneath your Two of Cups. Page of Swords is a higher ground, perspective and clarity. And your healing. This is amazing. Ten of Cups, oh, guys, what a positive reading. I hope that this was helpful, that it actually made sense to you. And let's get you an angel answer card today. Let's see what we get. We'll do 3 piles. So choose pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and I'll give these a shuffle up. Have a think about something that you'd like to know about, and we'll see can we get some guidance from Spirit for you guys before we close out your reading today. So yeah, I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers who've subscribed so far, and if you haven't subscribed, please do consider it. I really need the support. This is a growing channel, only in its early days. But yeah, it's been so lovely connecting in with your energies every day. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming forward today and every day, because it just our heart's light. This is beautiful. Maybe this is a time you need to have some rest. Pay more attention to your recovery at this time as well, might be the thing. And pile number 3 is success. So that'll mean something different for all of you, whatever your query was. I hope this was helpful. And do like, share, subscribe and comment below if anything resonated. I'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like a personal reading, I do one-on-one recordings, so check out my email addresses in the description box below. And until I see you again, I love you and leave you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.